Hello, I'm Andy and I'm going to read to you an annual 2018 Your Love Story. And this is for you coming from Taurus. Well, let's start with the calendar year. The calendar year 2018 has many planets to guide it. And you're very lucky, you coming from Taurus, that most of the planets are to your favor. So you're going to have an exciting love story in 2018, whether in the area of romance or marriage, and you will meet many people who can forge a long-term emotional situation with you, which will be very good for you. All right, let's now talk about, I don't know your ages, that is the problem, because ages are very important. Every time we change an age, we change an alignment of planets, and ages, when they connected to the calendar year, they form, whether it's good connections or bad connections. But let me give you some samples. Now, if you happen to be born on, if you happen to be the ages of 24 or 33 or 42 or 51 or 60 or 69 or even 78 in 2018, if you happen to be these ages, you are definitely going to make very good contacts in friendships, in forging a romance, and having your marriage turn much more safer for you. So you see, these ages which I've just mentioned, they jive very nicely with the calendar year. And so these planets get together and they agree with each other, and then you will become very lucky. I'm going to give you another age series, and if you happen to be the ages of 20 or 29 or 38 or 47 or 56 or 65 or 74, then you are also going to attract a lot of good news in areas of romance, in areas of friendship, in areas of getting your marriage on the right track. So these are samples which I've given you. If you do not happen to be in these samples, don't panic. You'll just have to make a plan to have a Skype session of 90 minutes for me. That will cost you USD 50. And during this 90 minutes, I'll have your date of birth and your time of birth, and I'll look at your palms, and I'll face read you, and I'll use Kabbalistic Tarot as well. That 90 minutes will cover all areas of your life, not only the areas of love story, the job, the business, the finances, and things like that. Now I want to give you some sample of ages that may be disruptive in the love story area in 2018. And if you happen to be the ages of 18 or 27 or 36 or 45 or 54 or 63 or 72, then you have to be very careful that if you do find a romance, it will be loaded with complications of some kind or another. I want to alert you that not to dive into that romance, but to think carefully, do some research, find out more about that person. I want to give you another sample of ages which are also troublesome if you happen to be those in 2018 in love story areas. And if you happen to be the ages of 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77, then also be a bit cautious. Now even financial planets are involved, so there could be financial complications as well if you find a romance in this, if you're of these ages in 2018. And if you are married, and these two series which I've given you, which are troublesome, be careful that your marriage area can become very rocky in 2018 due to either financial situations or other personal differences. Now I want to talk to you about the dates that you may be born on. If you happen to be born on the 2nd, 11th, 20th or 29 in the period of Taurus, then the 2018 planets are waiting to do something very eventful for you in the love story. Eventful means something very important that can even change the direction of your life. So meeting somebody, tying up for marriage, or having a wonderful love story is going to be the thing that is going to point you towards a new direction in 2018 if you are born on these dates. But if you happen to be born on the 9th or the 18th or the 17th, then you have to be very careful that you will be pointed to the wrong direction by these planets of 2018, because these planets of 2018 will not agree to people who are born on the 9th, 18th or 27th in the period of Taurus. And so the warning is that you have to be cautious if you find a new romance. You have to be careful if you already have a romance, it can be turned to breaking point. Or if you have a marriage, there will be ups and downs which will be making 2018 a difficult time for you. Now there will be certain signs, sun signs of people who will bring good news and bad news for you. And so people who come from for you coming from Taurus, those who are coming from Cancer, which means June the 20th until July the 21st. And those who are coming from, from Scorpio, which is October the 24th until November the 20th. And also those coming from Capricorn, December the 22nd until January the 29th. So these people who, if they come to enter your life in a love story fashion, be very careful that they will come loaded with problems for you. So that's how the sun signs work. Now, the only way to really know would be one day to have a 90-minute session with me. And during that 90 minutes, I will use your date of birth and time of birth and look at your palms. And I will also be face reading you and also checking Kabbalistic tarot cards for you and for all areas of your life. So this is what I have to tell you. The planets of 2018 are very important. They are important because I don't know your ages, so I'm leaving a lot on the foundation of 2018 for your love story. And this foundation, of course, is very important. It can be a foundation which starts to be good and ends very bad. It can be a foundation which remains very strong for you. And all that is got to do with your ages. So ages are very important. And as I said, when I have the chance to do your 90-minute session with me on Skype that will cost you USD 50, I'll be able to do that for you. Well, have a happy 2018 session, and I've given you enough information to at least find out how to get along in your areas of romance or marriage as best as possible. Until then, thank you and good luck.